Welcome to Manifest with Cassie, your weekly space for aligning your mindset, rewiring your beliefs, and stepping into the life you've always known is meant for you. I'm your host, Cassie, and each week I'll be sharing powerful, practical tools on manifestation that are not just inspiring, but grounded in neuroscience. Because it isn't about wishful thinking, it's about understanding how your brain works, how your subconscious shapes your reality, and how you can consciously create and change from the inside out. Everything I share here is something I've lived, practiced, and embodied. These are the tools that help me manifest my dream life. And now I'm here to help you do the same. So if you're ready to shift your mindset, expand what you believe is possible, and start creating a life that truly feels aligned, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. The next video that will explain everything is part of my manifestation lessons, which you can find in my private Facebook group. But I'm bringing it here so everybody can enjoy it in this podcast. So tune in and enjoy for the next few minutes.
So thanks everyone for joining in on my Facebook page and on Instagram. I know people will be rewatching. So it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks doing those manifestation lessons. First week I was sick and still my voice hadn't recovered. So I took the week off, like the whole week just happened to be the 2 Wednesdays. So now I'm more empowered, feeling much better. My throat is healed. My voice is back to normal and I can come on with the manifestation lessons exactly as I have promised till the end of the year. Guys, make sure you take advantage of these lessons because it's all for free. Everything I'm giving to my community on the Facebook group and on Instagram, and it will only happen for this year. And we've already completed 33 lessons. Go back on my Instagram. All of these videos are on my Facebook. So make sure you go on the Facebook page, Empower Your Life, the manifestation code, and you will find everything when it comes to personal development, energetics, tools that will help you integrate in your everyday life just to gain a better understanding on what you want to achieve in life and what you want to manifest, because we're constantly talking about manifestation. We're talking about achieving our dreams, reaching our dreams, living our dream life, but sometimes we don't actually have clarity on what that dream life is, on what that we want to achieve is. We're just talking about random things we have seen on Instagram. We have seen other people, manifesting, and we just want that XYZ that person wants. That could be the house, the car, the bag, the money, the relationship, but we never actually know what it is that we want to manifest. So it's pretty crazy. So that's today I'm talking about clarity, because only when we have clarity and only when we are specific enough, not always to the T, but roughly have an idea, have a vision of what it is that we want to achieve, then we are able to manifest it. Because sometimes we're so broad, we're just looking into whatever's on TV, whatever we read in books, but we're not 100% sure and clear of what it is that we want to achieve. And that's where the magic always happens. When we have clarity, it's just so important, when I'm talking about these things, but the magic happens when we have clarity. When we know what we want to reach, when we know what our goal is. And as I said, we don't need to be so specific into these things. If you're into human design, if you have a vague notion of human design, if you don't worry about it. They're talking about specific manifestors and non-specific manifestors. When we're talking about specific manifestors, there might be the people that actually visualize everything to the T. They know exactly what the dream house will look like. They know exactly what the door would look like. They know exactly what color the color of the car they want is. They know what type of knob their door of the dream house will have. They know exactly what they will be wearing when they achieve that type of goal. But there are the non-specific manifestors, like myself. I'm a non-specific manifestor, but I have a vague idea of what I want to achieve. I have a vague idea of what I want for my dream life, but I know how it feels. Like, I know that I knew exactly when I wanted to come and live in Miami, or for my next house in Dublin. I wanted to have a 2-bedroom house overlooking the sea. And you know what? I actually got that. I didn't know where that location would have been. I didn't know the building. I don't know how it would look like, but I did get the 2-bedroom house overlooking the sea in Dublin. When we moved to Miami, I constantly wrote, I want a 3-bedroom house with overlooking the sea when I was coming to Miami. Out of the blue, I got the 3-bedroom house in a huge villa, a huge mansion. It wasn't overlooking the sea, but it had pool, it had water. I took it. For my next house, for the next move, I was saying that I want a 3-bedroom house. We did get the 3-bedroom house. We're in a 3-bedroom house at the moment. And it's just absolutely magic when you manifest those things. That was my dream life. That's exactly what I wanted to manifest. I've always said I wanted to manifest a job that I don't have to go into the office. I don't have to work 9 to 5, but I can work through my skills. I can feel creative. I can feel passionate. I can feel free in my work environment. And that's exactly what I'm doing for the last 5 years that I left my corporate job. And I did speak on that on my Instagram post. The last Instagram post I spoke about it. So if you haven't seen it, go back and talk about it, because I'm actually doing a career mastery free masterclass for everybody on my Instagram and my Facebook account. It's a free, totally free masterclass that I want you guys to jump on, because I'm showing you how to get clarity in your career. I'm sharing with you how to gain that clear vision of what it is that you want to do. Because you know me, Capricorn, star sign, very focused, very motivated, very into my career, but I didn't want to have the career that was just thrown to me, that it would have been what my parents would want, what my society would want, what my university teachers would want. Coming from a business background, completed a bachelor's degree in business, completed a master's in marketing, having done all these qualifications, all these certifications in digital marketing, and you name it, I've done it. When it comes to marketing, I have done it. I've done the marketing strategies. I worked in branding agencies, worked in advertising agencies, created my whole brand, created a clothing brand for myself. One of the tops that I'm wearing today, that's one of my clothing brands. So I have done the whole marketing and branding thing. But that didn't mean that it didn't go according to the values that I wanted to have. I didn't want to be, this slave behind a factory, behind a corporation. I didn't want to feel, I wanted to feel free. And that, I didn't know what my career would look like, but I knew that I was clear on that. So that's what I'm saying. As a non-specific manifestor, as someone who doesn't know to the T, maybe you are a specific manifestor and you know much better what it is exactly that you want to achieve. But if you don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. But if you have the vision to the T, that what you want to achieve, then you have to go for it. You have to establish what it is you want when it comes to having a clear vision. There's so many people that are telling me, I have no idea what I want to do. And I'm saying to them, you know what? I think you know what it is that you want to do. Deep inside, you exactly know what it is that you want to do, but you're putting on top of that, you have covered that deep feeling, because everybody knows that works with me. We have 3 brains. We have the actual brain, we have the heart, and we have the gut. And when those 3 are aligned, we move forward in life, and we are passionate, we're creative, we thrive, we want to achieve more things in life. But when these 3 are unaligned, we're completely all over the shop. We don't know where we're going. We don't know what we want to achieve. We're just being pulled right center, and we're just going towards the direction the other people want us to go. But the other people, the only thing they can advise us is based on their belief system, is based on their experiences. Where is your belief system to help you gain clarity? This is where you need to come. This is where you need to join. That's where you need to actually understand what we're talking about. Your belief system, when you clear that up, when you're true to your belief system, when you're true to your values. So many people don't know what their values are these days. You should have a bit of an understanding of what your values are, of what it is that you want to achieve, of what it is that you want to move forward in life, of what it is that is important to you. And only if you ask yourself, what is important to me? Why am I jumping out of bed every morning? What is important? What gives me meaning? What is that? Only when you answer that question, You will understand what your values are, where you will clear your belief system, and you will also gain clarity in what it is that you want to do. Trust me, it doesn't come from day one. You'll not just jump out of the bed and just say, yes, that's what I want to do. And then you'll just kind of like, go on and just find the solution. Just one morning you woke up and found it. No, it doesn't come out like that. You need to feel safe in your environment to be able to understand your values. You need to have someone to guide you. You need to have someone to ask you the right questions, to ask you the powerful and empowering questions that will make you dive deeper into your own system. Because only when we feel safe in our system, we will be able to achieve the goals that we want to achieve. Never in our life will we believe and we will achieve goals that we're not feeling safe. If you're not feeling safe, and if you're not feeling that you're if you're not feeling that you're on the right path, then there's something happening that you're not being supported and you're not being safe. If you have the support from your family, from your surroundings, from your industry, from your work, then you start to start feeling safe in yourself. And when we're feeling unsafeness, when we're unsafe, it's the fight or flight feeling. We're just feeling stressed. So if we're feeling unsafe, we cannot take the right decisions. So the first thing, we don't have clarity. When we're not taking the decisions, we don't have clarity. And it all starts from decisions. And I have to say that you have to take a decision, even if it is the wrong decision, because the wrong decision is the right decision, because you took a decision, you decided to do something, and you have the right. If you don't feel you have the right, I'm giving it to you. I'm taking it and giving it to you, and you have the right to make a wrong decision. You're not supposed to make the right decision every day. You're supposed to make the wrong decisions, because the wrong decisions will lead you to the right decisions. Mind-blowing, right? You have the right to make the wrong decision. You have the right. You're entitled to make the wrong decision. And who says it's the wrong decision by the end of the day? It's probably yourself. It's probably your inner critic. It's probably your surroundings. It's probably your family, your colleagues, your whoever, your TV, books you've read. Someone told you that the decision you're supposed to take, the decision you're about to take, it's a wrong decision. I'm telling you, it's not. It's the right decision, because it's a step forward to doing something different to what you were doing before. Because if you're contemplating of, I'm not doing the right thing, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that, then you're always stuck in the same circle. You're stuck around the same circle, inside the circle, and around that circle are your limitations, your limiting beliefs, your whatever makes you not wanting to step out of that circle. Do you know the example with the elephant? I'll give you that example because I always share it on my coaching, and everybody that hears it, they're like, boom, makes so much sense. So that's the way they train elephants at the circus. I don't go to the circus, but I hope they don't have elephants in circuses anymore, but that's how they used to train elephants in circuses, right? They would take the baby elephant, they would tie around their legs a rope, and they would tie the rope to a pole, a very heavy pole on the ground. And that's how they would train them. Obviously, the baby elephant would be so weak, wouldn't be as powerful to just move away. So the pole would bring them back, and they only had that little circle to go around that allowed the pole around them to go to. As the elephant grew, he knew in his mind that this pole is very powerful, and it will keep me stuck into that round and circle that I go. But as the elephant grew older and bigger, the pole was exactly the same. Their trainer never bothered to actually change their pole, because they knew that in their subconscious system, unconsciously, that elephant knew that they cannot pull away from that pole. But if I saw your picture, I might put a picture up on my Instagram stories. That elephant, if you see a fully grown elephant, has all the power within them to just take a step away and just take that pole out of the ground and move free. This is exactly what is happening with you. with every single one of you that doesn't have clarity within them, that doesn't take their power back. Because when you don't have clarity, that pole represents your limitations, all the subconscious beliefs that you have around your from your society and from the, from where we live, and we know how we've been grown up, that you're not supposed to do that, you're not supposed to do the other, you're not supposed to do the other, because XYZ will say that. And who are they to say what? Like, I'm getting my blood is bubbling, because I've been in that position. I've been you, where I had no clue, no clarity. I was like a headless chicken, feeling completely, daydreaming of that dream life or that thing, and wishing and washing, and oh yes, one day, and I was just putting my power into other people's hands. Only when I decided to take my power, and sometimes that decision happens unconsciously. You just wake up day by day and you take that power back. It doesn't, for some people it just happens like this, but not for everyone, because we need to form new neural pathways in our head. We need to start connecting in our head new beliefs. We need to empower that belief system with new ideas, with new statements, with new empowering beliefs. And that slowly happens when we start to get clarity, when we start to visualize, when we start to have clarity on what it is that we want to achieve. So clarity and being specific, I'm not telling you to the T. If you can, great. If not, it's still great. It's still something. The only thing you need to start being more aware of is how you feel when you reach to that manifestation that you want to achieve, to the dream house, to the dream partner, to the dream vacation, to the whatever, the dream job, whatever it is that you are longing for. Because usually what people are looking for is a partner, their dream job, their dream house, a community to feel engaged and to feel a part of, because sometimes we're looking for a community. And trust me, when you trust yourself and when you're clear in your head what you want to achieve, and it might be many things, it's not just one, there might be many things, but when you're developed and when you expand your self image, the way you see yourself, when you expand your self image to the person that you want to become, then magic happens. That's when you are aligned. I'm telling you, magic happens, and you just don't believe how it happens. But magically, you're being supported, because first of all, you are supporting your own self. Because usually we're just lending our power to others, and we're waiting for others to support us. Whereas the number one way to support ourselves is supporting ourselves by us. We're on 18 minutes. I'm not gonna dive more into that. If you're into gaining more clarity, finding passion, gaining your true calling when it comes especially to your career, so I'm talking to the people that want to achieve clarity, find their purpose, find their understanding, maybe change interests, change jobs, find where that calling is, especially in your career. Everything that I just mentioned resonates with you. If it makes sense, let me know. I would love to know if anything makes sense with you, if you feel it in your bones, in your heart, in your gut, in your brain, if it makes sense. I want to know that. Let me know, please. But if you want to know more about gaining clarity in your career, gaining, mastering your career, whatever area that is, that could be in finance, in beauty, in, I don't know, certain IT, whatever type of career. I've been there, I've done it, I'm on the other side. I want to show you that it's doable. You can do it too. You can find passion and purpose in your career, and this is why we're here. We're here to achieve things. We're here to make our dreams true, whatever those dreams are. So guys, I'm gonna love yas and leave yas. It's been a pleasure being here online with you live. I hope you get to rewatch. Make sure you share this live if you want. See you soon. Take care.